morning, guys. Oh, I'm on the wonk. Hopefully you're all okay today. Made it to midweek Wednesday. Just linking you up with my other phone. It's all very technical stuff, you know. I have to record you on one device, play music from another device, and then if I want to interact with you, I need to be able to see your comments, so I have to put it on another device. It's very technical. There we go. So work where you feel comfortable, okay? Bare feet or socks. It's just that you can feel the floor more, feel a bit more grounded. That's a little bit better. I haven't put the curtain up today, so we've got Daggy in the background. Bless him. Okay. If you've got knee problems, back problems, then I want you to take those easier options. I will always give different levels, so please feel free to work where you feel comfortable. Make sure we keep our core in place, our neutral spine in place. All of that I'll just quickly cover at the beginning. Once you're down on the floor, we'll stay down on the floor until we're finished. Just work where you feel comfortable. If you need to rest, have a rest. If you need to have a drink, have a drink. It's perfect. Alright, just do what feels right for you. So, standing nice and upright. Toes and knees point forwards. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Body weight is even, so make sure you just gently rock side to side, forwards and backwards. Making sure you've got an even distribution of body weight across both of your feet. You don't feel lopsided, you don't feel like you're leaning. Relax the shoulders down, lengthen the spine, and just find that position where your back feels the most comfortable, that natural lordotic curve. It's different in everyone, it's where you feel comfortable. Core muscles, the pelvic floor, the muscle from within, it's attached to a lift, 10 floors. I want you to draw the pelvic floor up as far as you can. At level 10, you wouldn't be able to maintain it for long, so you're going to take it down to level 5, then down to level 3, and we're going to hold it there. So you should feel some minor kind of drawing up from within. Imagine you've got a belt around your middle, 10 notches to the belt, pull it in as tight as you can to notch 10, out to notch 5, out to notch 3, and leave it there, okay? So again, you've got mild tension around the centre of the body. Holding from the core, I want you to breathe from your rib cage. So this is lateral thoracic breathing, breathing from the ribs. Hands on the ribs, fingertips touch. Take a deep breath in, fingertips will part, and release. Take a deep breath in, and release. Relax the arms down. So just begin to pedal through your feet, one side to the other, raising up an alternating heel. Allow those shoulders to gently rotate one way and the other. Oh, my shoulders are crunching. Lovely. Place the feet down, lift all the way up onto the toes. Lengthen and release. And again, lift all the way up onto the toes and release. One more time. Lift and lengthen and release. So we're going to take a nice big lunge forward. Drop the back knee, bring the arms up, rotate to the side of the leg you've got in front. Come back to the middle, step back. Step and lunge, rotate, centre, return. Step and lunge, rotate, centre, return. Lengthen your back. Remember your core muscles are already in place. Got one last one on the other side. Just mobilising the body and then step out to the side. Reach up and over. Step and reach. Lengthening through the waist. Lateral flexion. We've done the rotation in the last exercise. Last one here. Hold it in the centre. Take one leg forward, point the toe, Circle the leg round, lift the knee up and balance. Toe comes forward. Circle the leg round, lift the knee up and balance. One more, toe forward. Circle round, lift, balance, hold it here. Ankle rotations one way and the other. And then place the foot down. Other leg forward, point the toe. Circle, lift the knee and balance. Toe comes forward, circle round, lift the knee and balance. One more time, toe forward, circle round, lift, balance, hold. Ankle one way and the other. Well done. Place the foot down. So you're going to stand towards the back end of your mat. You're going to breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down through the back. Now you're softening your knees. Allow your arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, begin to carefully roll up through the back. Rebuild the spine as you reach the top. Relax the shoulders. Reset your posture. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down. Soften the knees, allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, begin to roll back up. Rebuilding that back, vertebrae by vertebrae. So we're going to roll down and we're going to be coming down to the floor. So chin in, gently roll down. At your lowest point, walk the hands forwards. Try and keep the feet flat on the floor. So we're in this downward dog position. Make sure your hands aren't going to slide. Good. From here, you're going to breathe in, bring the knees forward and down. And then breathe out and press the feet back down. Breathe in, bring the knees forward and down. Breathe out, place the feet back down. Now, if this is uncomfortable for any reason, or if you have high or low blood pressure, then you're going to come into this position instead, just so all the blood doesn't rush to your head. Good, and you're doing a cat stretch. So whichever one you're doing, the moving downward dog or this cat stretch, I'd like you to complete one more, please. And then everyone comes down onto their hands and knees. My wrist is locked. It's very annoying. Good. From here, back is flat, knees are hips distance apart. Draw a deep breath in. As you breathe out, push one leg back. As you breathe in, draw that leg back in. Other leg, breathe out, push it back. Breathe in, draw it back in. So you're keeping the back flat still. As one leg pushes away, the other leg remains in place. And we're not dropping our weight to the side, we're staying central. So we're going to breathe out, lengthen, and then raise if you can. Breathe in, lower, toes touch the furthest point, and then bring it in. So your toes have to touch the floor before your knee does. Back is nice and flat. We breathe out, lengthen and lift. We breathe in, lower, and draw it back in. So this is your swimming. Next level, you can slide the opposite arm out. Bring it back in at the same time as the leg. Final option, extend the arm, extend the leg, lift them together. Breathe in, touch them down, and draw it back in. So it's with or without the arm, depending at the level you want to work. Remember, level 1, we're not even lifting, we're just pushing and pulling. We're lengthening and releasing through the core, but keep that back in place. So with your swimming, I'm going to ask you please, at the level you have chosen, for one more with each side. Once you've completed those 2, I'd like you to place those forearms and elbows down and bring yourself down. So from here, I want you to draw your pelvis up and hold. So the belly button feels like it's being pulled to the ceiling, okay? All I want you to do is breathe in. As you breathe out, just lift the knees As you breathe in, lower the knees. Breathe out, I want you to lift the knees. Breathe in, I want you to lower the knees. Now sometimes we just hold a position. Level 1 with the knees down, level 2 with the knees up. But today, keep going for me. Today I've chosen to move that movement, okay? Rather than just a static hold, we're allowing the core muscles to work a little bit more. It doesn't expect you to move that movement. It thinks you're going to hold it still. But we're not. We're just challenging ourselves a little bit further. I don't want you coming up on your hands here. I just want you to stay with this knees down, knees up. Now, if moving it is uncomfortable or causes any discomfort, then I want you to just hold it instead. Deep, full breaths. Remember, rest at any time. So I'm going to ask you, please, for 2 more. Breathing out as you lift, in as you lower. When you've done your 2, you're going to gently lower all the way down to the floor. Now your legs are fully extended, your arms are down by your sides. When you do this, you're always looking at the floor, okay? So the first couple, you might just be looking at your device to know how to do it properly. But once you're okay with the movement, keep your head and neck in place and still, all right? Arms are down by your side, palms of your hands are facing the ceiling. Touch your big toes together, drop the heels out. Don't lift the legs and try not to squeeze from your bottom. Now breathe in. As you breathe out, peel up the chest, rotate, palms down. Breathe in, gently lower. Now this is all one movement, so as you lift, you're already starting to rotate the wrists so the palms face down. Now don't lift those legs and don't squeeze the bottom. Breathe out as you come up, palms rotate down. Breathe in as you release. So this is called your rear deltoid squeeze. You're bringing your shoulder blades back in together. Breathing out as you lift, in as you release. Strengthening through the core, through the upper and lower back. Got your mid-back working there as well, so the whole of the back really, but without moving those legs. So in your rear deltoid squeeze, please complete 2 more repetitions. Breathing out as you raise, in as you release. Once you've done your 2, bring those arms back through. This time we'll just hold it still. So level 1, draw the pelvis up, keep the knees down. Back is flat and still. Don't hang your head, but don't crank your neck. Looking down roughly between the wrists, so your head and neck are in line with your spine. Level 2, bring those knees up and hold. If you want level 3, wrists, elbows, shoulders all in line. And you can come up onto your toes. Hold and breathe. I don't want your bum in the air. Good. Hold that position and breathe. Well done. Deep, full breaths from the rib cage, drawing up through the core. If you begin to shake or wobble, just take a little rest and join back in when you're ready. So I'm going to ask you for 3 more breaths. Once you've done your 3, you're going to gently release out of your leg pull and then turn over onto one side. Once you're on your side, I would like you to lengthen out. Hips, knees, ankles, all one on top of each other. Head rests down on your arm. Good. So you've got a straight line from the fingers to the toes. This hand is there for your balance. Now you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs without rolling forwards or backwards. So we're going to take a lift with our top leg and a kick with our bottom leg. Alternate, don't do them both at the same time. Breathe in. As you breathe out, top leg comes up. Breathe in to gently lower. Then breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Top leg comes up. Now it's only moving as far as comfortable for you. And as one leg moves, the other leg remains in place. Hand is there for balance, but if you don't need it, you can take it away. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to release. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Good. Now, if one of those movements is uncomfortable for any reason, do the one that's okay. Good. So with your side leg raised, working down the side of the leg, round the obliques, the core, the lumbar spine. With your bottom leg kicking forwards, got a bit of work happening through the inner thigh. I'd like you to complete one more of each move, please. Once you've completed those, keep those legs lifted, held and still. You might want to bring that hand back. Now, we're going to be sliding up through the shoulder. Your legs remain still. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you slide the shoulder up. So you can literally, you've got that gap under the armpit. And then breathe in to lower. Breathe out, slide up. Breathe in, release. Now we're keeping the head stuck to the arm. Not like this. Yeah? Head stays stuck to the arm. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, release. So your shoulder slides. This is going to get right into the waist, into the obliques. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to return. Any problems, you can always keep those legs down. Even if that is as far as you can go, that is absolutely fine. It's your range of movement. It's at your level and at your pace. Use your breathing to dictate your pace. Slow and strong, yes? One more here. And then gently allow those legs to lower. Good. Bring those knees in. Give it a rub if you need to. And then push yourself to sit. Just wet my mouth. So we've got a nice long spine. Legs are bent, feet are down, shoulders are down, relaxed. We're going to bring the arms forward. We're going to breathe in and tilt the pelvis under. And then breathe out, rotate, and allow the arm to come back. Breathe in, bring the arm to the middle. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in and tilt, tuck the pelvis under. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, come to tilt. Breathe out, come up. So you've got both sides of the bottom on the floor. When you're breathing and tilt, you're tucking that tailbone under, creating that C-shaped spine. If you prefer, you could work with your legs out straight if it's more comfortable. Breathe in to tilt, breathe out to open. Breathe in to return to the middle, breathe out to lift. I'm going to ask you please, oblique roll up this is called, and guess what muscles you're working? Absolutely, through the waist, the back, the core. One more to each side please. Once you've completed those two, good, you can hold it in the middle. So, you're going to breathe in, tilt the pelvis under, bring the feet off the floor. Now I want you to touch your big toes together and drop your heels or your knees out. Now you could have your hands there for a little bit of support if you need to. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to kick and lengthen one leg. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, kick and lengthen the other leg. Breathe in to return. So you are alternating on this lovely little kick, open leg rocker. Next level, both legs go out together. Breathe out to kick, in to return. Now, if you're struggling to have your feet off the floor, then you can keep your toes down, your heels are raised, but your toes are down, and you're just bringing the foot back so the toes are touching down again. If you want to go all the way, don't go too far and bang your head, but you add the rocker by rolling back and coming back up. Breathe out, roll back, whoop, hit your leg on your unit. Make sure you've got plenty of space, guys, yeah? So you've got that kick. Or stay here, breathe out, lengthen, breathe in, return. Tuck that tailbone under and give me one more with each leg. Then you can place the feet down and carefully roll down through your back all the way down to the mat or the floor. So when you're here, I want you to relax your shoulders. I want you to find neutral spine so your back is comfortable. Feet and knees hips distance apart. Now technique is absolutely key, because if something's in the wrong position, you're not going to work effectively. I always think of Pilates like a jigsaw. You need all the pieces, otherwise it's not going to work. Core muscles, one piece. Neutral spine, another piece. Breathing, yeah? And then little things like keeping the feet and knees hips distance apart, keeping the shoulders down relaxed. Breathe in, as you breathe out, lift one leg up to right angle. Now you should be able to reach that knee with a soft elbow. If you can't reach it too far, big bend, too close, okay? Shin facing the ceiling. Now you can stay here, this is level 1 of the 100. If you want to go further, breathe in. As you breathe out, you can lift the other leg. Might just need to find comfortable back again, alright? If you want to go further, breathe in, breathe out, lift up, palms face the floor, breathe in, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe in, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe in, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're pushing, you're pulsing, your core muscles are in place. You can do that with just one leg up if you prefer. Now if you've got just one leg raised, one more and then swap the leg over, please. If you've got both legs raised, continue on. If you did want to go any further, then you can lengthen those legs out to 45 degrees. Not low to the floor, not pointing to the ceiling, 45 degrees, diagonally, yes? Up to you. If that puts any tension in your lower back, then you need to keep your legs bent, okay? Think about the knock-on effects that each movement has on your body. So if it doesn't feel right, don't go with it, go back down a level. And I'm going to ask you, please, for 2 more breaths. When you've done your 2, if your legs are extended, bring them back to bend. Then lower the upper body and lower, 1 foot down. So you're going to have one leg raised, you're going to bring the arms up, palms face in, breathe in. As you breathe out, lengthen. As you breathe in, return. So arms are going to go over and leg is going to go out. Point the fingers, point the toes. And it's just literally like I've grabbed hold of your toes and I'm pulling the leg away. I am not doing like a scooping movement. It all just flows with control. So you breathe in, as you breathe out, you lengthen. As you breathe in, you return. Other leg, that knee is nice and still. Imagine you've got a cup of tea on that knee. If you wanted to work a little bit further, you could have the other leg raised, but keep it still. Breathe out as you lengthen. Breathe in to return. We're going to do 2 more with this leg. we're going to hold it in the middle. Relax the arms down. Good. Keeping the leg bent. Breathe in. As you breathe out, open the hip. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, open the hip. Breathe in to return. So the leg is remaining in that right angled position. If you're taking the leg out and the other leg wants to drop, you're going too far. I don't expect you to get the leg down to the floor. I just want you to open the hip. Breathe out to open. Breathe in to return. Straight line with the body. Relax the shoulders. Breathe out to move into return. One more. Then you can allow that foot to lower. Then when you're ready, you'll breathe in, breathe out. Lift the other leg. Right angle in the knee. Arms are coming up. Same thing, guys. Breathe in. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to return. Point the fingers, point the toes. Keeping the other knee nice and still. Breathing out to lengthen. And in to return. You're pulling the body from one side of the room to the other. And then carefully bringing everything back to the start position each time. Remember, deep, full breaths. So your movement is slow and controlled. And I'm going to ask you, please, in your one leg stretch, to make the next level, remember, other leg is lifted, but it is still, okay? I'm going to ask you for 2 more repetitions, then the arms will come down, one leg, if you've got it up, comes back down, and then you keep in that right angle in the knee, breathe in, breathe out, it comes to the side, breathe in, it returns. Don't let the other knee wobble. Breathe out, you open, breathe in to return. So I can get my leg to about here. Before I want to start lifting my hip, we've got to make sure it stays down. I don't want you to lift this hip up, okay? Breathe out to open, breathe in to return. Right angle in the knee, breathe out to open, breathe in to return. Strengthening from the core, the lumbar spine, breathe out to open, breathe in to return. So I'm going to ask you, please, with this little hip opener, which is great for lower backs, by the way, I'm going to ask you for 2 more repetitions. Once you've completed your 2, you can allow that leg to carefully lower, and by all means give yourself a nice long body stretch. Don't rush to keep up, guys, okay? I'm guiding you through. Working at your pace. You can always press pause if you're watching this on record. Turning onto your other side. Lengthening your body. Head rests down on the arm. Hand is there for balance. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, raise the legs. Now the legs, hips, knees, ankles are all stacked. They're as straight and as lengthened as possible. Breathe in. As you breathe out, top leg comes up. Breathe in to lower, and then bottom leg. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. You're allowing that leg to carefully move within a range of movement that doesn't compromise your posture. The movement is flowing, it's controlled. You're breathing deep, full breaths. Breathe out to take your leg away. Breathe in to bring it back in. Strengthen through the core and the lumbar spine. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to release. Breathe out to kick. breathe in to return. And I'm going to ask you, please, for one more of each movement. Once you've done those two, you're going to keep those legs lifted, held and still. Head stays stuck down on the arm. Breathe in. As you breathe out, slide up the shoulder. Breathe in to return. So the armpit comes up. So you can get your hand underneath there, yeah? And then breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to release. Legs are lifted, held and still. You can always have that hand in front for a little bit of support. Breathe out as you raise. Breathe in as you release. So I'm going to ask you, please, in your shoulder slide, keeping your head stuck to your arm, not just moving the neck, for 2 more repetitions, please. Once you've completed those 2, you're going to lower the legs, give it a little rub if you need to, and then when you're ready, you're going to bring yourself round into box position. So we're back to where we started, back is flat, core muscles zipped up, pulled in. You're going to carefully, when you're ready, bring your hands back towards your knees, curl the toes under, push yourself back into crouch position, tuck the chin in, place the feet flat, and begin the process of slowly, carefully, rolling up through the back, rebuilding that spine vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. Relax the shoulders down. Readjust your t-shirts, your trousers, your hair, whatever you need to do, guys. Just the same. Good. Make sure your balance is central. You don't feel lopsided. You don't feel like you're leaning. Shoulders down and relax. Lengthen the back and try and keep the neutral spine in place as much as you can. Remember, draw up, draw in. Got that slight tightened feeling around the centre of the body. Lift up onto your toes, test your balance, and release. And again, lift up onto the toes, test your balance, and release. And then this time, lift up, close your eyes if you can. Are you as balanced as you thought? And release. Well done. So that is your Pilates for today, guys. Very well done if you joined in. If you're doing this later in the day, well done and thank you for coming back to me. Tonight we have got the Pilates and HIIT over at Whitton. I know the HIIT is definitely 7:15, so I reckon the Pilates must be 6:15 as well. So if you're coming over there, I will see you tonight. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, with your HIIT session. Now I'm going to get to work on recording you some content for the Christmas period that you can do once you've stuffed your face full of chocolates and roast dinner. Take care, guys. Well done. Thanks very much. Bye for now.